I think what makes us great is the amazing bank connections that we've built over the years. It comes from a heritage of the Sofortüberweisung in Germany and the DACH region. And based on that, we've started building more connections to the infrastructure that we have today. We have 6,000 banks in the EU, 9,000 in the US, 15,000 in total, in over 24 countries. And we're constantly adding connections all day. What we add to open banking is an amazing open banking infrastructure. We have over 15,000 banks connected in over 24 countries, and we're building connections all the time. So I think what we have is a really, really great infrastructure that allows you to scale really quickly with amazing data points that can really, really, really give you a lot of data and insights to personalize and use it for all different types of use cases that we see in open banking today.
What is the best kept secret? Well, what we've noticed actually here at Money 2020 is that most of the providers within open banking primarily emphasize the payment initiation capabilities. And let's be honest, open banking does provide an interesting alternative to existing payment methods. But what we see underutilized is actually the benefits that Account Insights provides, right? Next to improving internal processes, therefore saving some costs, it also actually helps you to improve your value proposition. You can have better tailor-made propositions towards the end consumers that you have in mind. Plus, it does give you better insights about the person that you're targeting. So whether it's from a risk scoring perspective or from a credit scoring perspective, it does provide you the pinnacle data points that you require in order to come to a solid scoring. And based on that, provide a better offering, again, towards the target group that you have in mind. So, summing it up, I would say emphasizing the added value that Account Insights provide solely as a product, but also in addition to the payment initiation offering.
I think the most exciting thing about this is that almost every second company on the trade floor here can be our partner or customer. And it's just exciting to walk around, talk with different people, brainstorm on the use cases together. And I think this is a really great opportunity to meet all of us in person again after pandemic.
What is the likely next trend within payments? Well, I see more of a continuation of a trend that has already been taking place several years. Where at first you might come to a certain payments provider where they said we have everything in-house. You now see more and more specializations, right? More of a modular architecture approach where they say we might be doing maybe an inch wide but a mile deep. You see that in trends like companies that emphasize banking as a service, payments as a service, credit scoring as a service. So more of a SaaS approach. You don't need to be a huge expert. We have the means and the platform to provide you the granularity, the insights that you require, but then also making it quite easy for people to utilize. What that also emphasizes is that partnerships are becoming way more important. Because you're not that one shop experience, you need to leverage what others have to offer in their specializations to further reach the outcome that you seek. Because many of the companies that come in to seek certain solutions have very tailored situations. Again, the modular architecture provides it, so you can adjust it accordingly. But you also need to be a bit more aware what are then the components or strengths that I need in addition to that. And that's a lovely thing about open banking. It actually has a lot to offer, irrespective of what the use case might be.
I think many of the providers right now on the trade floor and actually in the open banking world as well are recognizing the trend of embedded finance. So what this actually means is that not only financial players right now are looking to implement financial services, but also non-financial players are looking to create new propositions and become maybe financial home for their customers. We see a lot of retailers looking at open banking as a way to personalize the services, as a way to truly offer new propositions to the customers, and we think this is an exciting thing for an open banking and for our potential partners. So Klarna Kosma is not only working right now with FinTechs. In fact, we do have a lot of customers that are from the retail or from the wholesale environment or from many other industries. So that's something that we find very exciting. My favorite open banking use case would probably be multi-banking. It's a pretty exciting one because, again, jumping on a lot of trends, everyone is now, not everybody, but a lot of companies are offering financial services. What this means is that people don't just have one bank account these days, they have multiple for different purposes and different use cases. And there are not that many companies that offer the overview of all of your finance in one place. And personal finance management apps are really on the rise, and they're trying to solve that issue as well. And open banking can help them with achieving that use case.
Adding to Dasha, what is really, really nice as well is you see these multi-banking propositions, is that there's a lot of additional use cases that come forth out of these traditional open banking use cases. For example, you have some players that focus on financial education, and it makes it possible to rank certain transactions, whether you like them or not, and give an emotion to your transaction. And you can basically store this in a database and get a really personalized overview of your financial situation, and also the feelings it actually gives you, adding your emotion to the transactions, and basically, hopefully, giving you some idea and insights to make some better decisions.
As Jeff just mentioned, the educational aspect, granting you more control, but also guiding you in a certain direction. So all the cases that help in your financial healthcare, getting a better understanding, getting a better control, being more mindful of the decisions that you make, whether it's categorizing all the expenditures that you have, or suggesting more tailored propositions, being aware of the lifestyle that you have, are, I would say, the most exhilarating ones to use, because then you can creatively, together with the partners that have a certain target group in mind, come up with differentiating aspects that they can leverage towards their competition, bearing in mind, of course, the objectives that the end consumers have in mind.